Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be going over the top 7 ways that we've been able to generate HVAC leads for HVAC companies across America. So let's just get right into it. The number one way and one of the most reliable ways of generating leads is through referrals, right? And this is probably one of the oldest versions of generating leads and one of the most tried and true methods. But the great thing about referrals is we're able to take it digital instead of just hoping and praying that people tell their friends. We have some systematic things that we're actually able to do to increase that referral rate, thanks to social media and email marketing, a few other things that you can utilize. And I'm going to get a little bit deeper into this as we go along. Step number 2 is search ads. Now, guys, this is the most common sense form of marketing probably ever in existence, right? Instead of putting an ad in a newspaper or on TV, hoping and praying that somebody sees that ad that needs this service and it comes to you, imagine somebody's actively looking for HVAC companies. They're actively typing in their search bar, air condition repair, air condition installation, heating and cooling companies near me, HVAC near me. And we put your website right in front of their faces, right? Guys, that's a lead that we know they are looking for HVAC companies because they actively looked it up. That's the hottest lead you could possibly get, and we put your website right in front of it. Now, the important thing about this is your website needs to be designed to convert these people into leads, because the more people we send from Google to your website, you're paying for those clicks. So our goal is to make sure that as many of these people as possible become customers. That's what it's about. And your website needs to be designed in a way that's going to maximize that. And that's how we design websites. And guys, if you want to get a website designed completely free just to see what it would look like, go ahead and click the button on this website or around this video somewhere, and you can get your free website set up and you can kind of see what it'll look like. Step 3 are your local listings. Now, local listings are really good because it increases your online visibility, right? People can find you in more places. And local listings are things like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Angie's List, Home Advisor, just to name a couple of the big ones. There are like over 70 of them online for America. So there are a lot of them to choose from, a lot of them to get your business out in. It's cheap, it's effective, and most importantly, it increases your SEO. Now, one thing to keep in mind, companies like Yelp and Home Advisor, if you create an account on there, they will charge you. They won't charge you, but they will call you and they will try to sell you stuff. Now, I personally, I went with it for a while, but the leads I was getting from the paid leads, they just were not worth the money because they were, one, the closing ratio was so low, and two, a lot of them were just false leads and whatever. So I don't know if I recommend buying it, but it's very, very important and very useful and helpful for SEO. Now, getting into SEO is similar to what we talked about earlier with search ads, but instead of having to pay $10 or $20 per click, you're able to get them for free. Now, this is a long-term strategy. It takes a lot of time and effort, and you absolutely must have a solid website with backlinks, keywords, loads quickly, your alt images, your alt text on your images. So there are a lot of different things, your meta descriptions, a lot of different things go into making your website rank higher in Google. So this is whenever somebody goes into Google and they type in HVAC companies near me. You can go try it out. Whenever somebody types it in, let's say you're in San Antonio, all right, they type in HVAC in San Antonio. If your company's popping up, you're doing a great job. You don't need to worry about it. But if you're not, your competitors are, and they're getting those leads. So something to keep in mind. Step number 5, this is extremely powerful. This is social media. So social media is important for getting customers to know you, like you, and trust you. Because it starts off, okay, what if somebody is looking for HVAC and they don't even know you exist? Well, it's impossible for you to sell to somebody who doesn't know you. All right, let's say they know you, but they don't like you. Well, if they don't like you, well, friend, they're not going to work with you. But let's say they do like you and they trust you, right? Well, you can do this with social media many different ways. One, you're able to, let's say, for example, you post before and after pictures of some work that you completed. Now for HVAC, before and after pictures aren't quite as effective, but you can still, do your work. You can show what was broken and what you fixed. You can make creative images and stuff like that. And it's going to get people to know you and like you and trust you, right? And then, because let's say you post that picture and you tag the client, and then the client shares the image, boom, that's free marketing right there. Then the client leaves a review on your Facebook page, maybe even leaves a review on Google. That's even more marketing, because that's how you get people to trust you. They see your good reviews, they see your work, they see that you did work for one of their friends. It's very powerful. And guys, if you're trying to service like commercial, industrial buildings, you need to be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like social media for business owners. It allows you to get in touch, contact with other business owners. It's great for networking. So yes, if you're a business person, or obviously you're a business person, but if you're trying to service business people, you need to be on LinkedIn. Step number 6 is actually postcards. Now this might kind of blow your mind a little bit and be like, you're a digital marketing company, what are you doing postcards for? Well, let me explain. You don't just want to blast postcards out randomly to people in a city. That's obviously extremely ineffective, doesn't work that well. You can still get leads from it. But I'll tell you this, if you use a strategic planning method for your postcards and specific targeted postcards, your results can go through the roof. So here's how you do it. Whenever you do work in a certain neighborhood, what we do is you can take before and after pictures, or you can take pictures of street signs in that neighborhood, whatever. You upload them into a software, and then you pick the neighbors of the person you just did work for, right? You can target people within a 1 mile radius, whatever. You just want to target the neighbors of that job. And then you send those postcards and say, hey, we were just doing work at this neighborhood or at this house. We were just sending out a postcard to see if you guys would like to get a, serviced or whatever for a little discount. Maybe you offer 10%, whatever it happens to be. That's why we like to have that social proof plus an offer. So they're saying, okay, this company just did work for one of my neighbors, and now I have an opportunity to get 10% discount. Not everyone will need it, but the people who do, that's going to stick out, right? Or they're going to be like, wow, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to get a nice little discount on the service. So keep that in mind. And step number 7, this is last but definitely not least. This is email marketing. This allows you to do many different things. Most importantly, your follow-up. So, okay, once people have gone to your website and they became a lead, right? That means they gave you their contact information. What we can do is a certain percentage of those people will become customers. Now with those customers, we want to do a couple things. One, we want to get them to leave a review, a 5-star review. But the first thing we do is we filter them out. So we make sure we send them a link that says, were you satisfied with the work? Thumbs up, thumb down. If they say thumbs up, we send them to, either we send them to one of 3 service providers, where they can go to Google and leave a review. 2, they can go to Facebook and leave a review. Or 3, they can go to Yelp and leave a review, or whatever services or whatever companies you want it to be on. If they do thumbs down, then we ask them what we can do to make it better, and we see, whatever we got to do to make sure, leave them happy, right? Because a bad review online can kill you, right? It really can. Step 2, referrals. So once we've gotten a review or whatever, we say, hey, we're just checking in. One of the ways our company grows and has continued to grow is through positive word of mouth. If you know anybody that could use our services, we'll take care of them, right? Something along those lines. And then 3, upselling them. So HVAC, maybe you do a service, maybe you do like every 3 months you do a inspection, right? Just to make sure everything's good, and you can upsell them that. So now you've got a customer paying you every 3 months just to come in and take a look and inspect and make sure it's all good. And you can be creative with your upsells. Whatever other services and products you guys offer, you can bundle those up into upsells, and then we can sell them over email marketing. Another thing we do with email is those leads that came to your website, they became leads, but you didn't close them. What we can do is we can follow up with them, over the course of a month or 2 months or 3 months. Because what'll happen is maybe they became a lead and they were interested in, they're just doing their research, but they're not really in that buying part of the sales cycle until maybe a month or 2 months or even a year from now. And then whenever they are in that buying mode, we did our due diligence, we followed up. So it's a higher chance that they'll work with us over any other HVAC contractor. So guys, these are 7 huge ways of generating leads on a consistent, steady basis. If you guys would like to get started with generating leads like this, we provide all of these services automated, so you don't have to do any of it. If you'd like to go ahead and get started, it starts with a great website. We design them for free, so you get to see what it looks like beforehand. If you'd like to get started, go ahead and click the link around this video. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next page, and I look forward to working with you. Appreciate your time, and bye-bye.